Today we'll be learning about the process of digestion, what it is and what organs are involved. This is an important topic with lots of information, so take careful notes and keep up. Digestion is a process by which your body breaks down all that delicious food that you eat into smaller molecules that your body can actually use. At certain points in the digestive tract, your body will absorb those molecules and your blood vessels will take them to where they need to go. When they reach their destination cells, they will cross the cell membranes to be used. Here's an overview of the digestive system. We're going to hit all the parts of the body today except for the gallbladder and the appendix. I'll take you from the mouth to the anus. There are two main kinds of digestion, mechanical and chemical. What do you think could be the difference between these? Mechanical digestion is when your food gets chewed, mixed, etc. This is the first step of digestion, chewing, and it happens in your mouth. The stomach and the small intestine are also involved. Chemical digestion is when chemical reactions break big molecules of food down into smaller ones. Chemical digestion occurs in your stomach. Wait! It doesn't only occur in your stomach. Where else could this chemical digestion occur? Chemical digestion also occurs in your mouth and in your small intestine. In your mouth, there are certain enzymes in your saliva which break up food as you chew, and we're going to talk more about those later. It's later now. Enzymes are super important for chemical digestion. An enzyme is a special protein that speeds up a chemical reaction. If we didn't have enzymes, the reactions in your digestive system would happen too slowly to be useful. Enzymes work by reducing the amount of energy that's needed to make a chemical reaction happen. In this diagram, the enzyme, in yellow, takes in two substrates, and then it turns those substrates into one molecule. This is sort of the opposite of what happens with digestion, which is the breaking down of molecules, but I hope that you get the idea of how an enzyme is a helper. In the digestive system, enzymes are going to help you digest carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Some important enzymes include amylase. And amylase is located in your mouth. It breaks down complex carbohydrates into simpler carbohydrates. Pepsin, which is located in your stomach, breaks complex proteins down into simpler ones. The pancreas also produces enzymes. Some of those enzymes break proteins down into amino acids, and others help to break down carbs. As you can see here, your digestive system includes the digestive tract, which is your mouth, your pharynx, your esophagus, your stomach, your small and large intestines, your rectum, and your anus, while your accessory organs, which I like to call the helper organs, include the salivary glands, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. You can refer back to this slide if you get confused. The mouth is where it all begins. Mechanical digestion occurs here as you chew, while chemical digestion occurs when your saliva breaks down carbohydrates. Remember, the amylase in your saliva is responsible for the carbohydrate breakdown. When you swallow, your epiglottis closes over your windpipe and food passes into your esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that goes from your mouth to your stomach. Food is able to move down your esophagus thanks to waves of muscle contraction, which is called peristalsis. Put your hand on your throat and swallow, and you can feel it happen. The stomach is next. Your stomach is a muscular bag that expands as food enters it. Mechanical digestion can occur here as peristalsis in the stomach mixes food up, while chemical digestion breaks food down using enzymes and hydrochloric acid. The cells in the walls of your stomach release about 2 liters of hydrochloric acid every day. This acid helps the enzyme pepsin digest protein, but hydrochloric acid also helps to kill the bacteria in your food. Your stomach also produces mucus to help keep food slippery, and most importantly, should protect the walls of your stomach from the acid. It takes about 2 to 4 hours for food to move through your stomach, Once your food has all been digested, it turns into chyme. Chyme is a thin, watery, acidic liquid, and it moves slowly from the stomach into the small intestine. There are two important muscles that keep food in your stomach: the esophageal sphincter and the pyloric sphincter. Pause the video and check them out in the image to the right. Your small intestine is only called small because it's narrow. Your small intestine is actually about 4 to 7 meters long. When chyme enters your stomach, it enters the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. In the duodenum, the food from your stomach will meet bile from your liver. Bile is a greenish liquid that helps to break up large fat molecules that float on top of the acidic chyme. After the bile breaks up the fat, your pancreas will add another solution to break up carbs, proteins, and more fats. Your pancreas will also produce bicarbonate ions in the solution to help neutralize the acid in the chyme. Also produced by your pancreas is insulin. Insulin is a hormone that helps your cells to absorb sugar from your bloodstream. Your small intestine is also covered in many folds to help increase surface area and food absorption. These folds are covered with villi. The villi further increase surface area and grab nutrients from the chyme through their blood vessels. Then they send those nutrients all over your body. Mechanical digestion continues in your small intestine with peristalsis until the chyme and food molecules reach the large intestine. This is the final leg of the food journey. When the chyme enters your large intestine, it's still very thin and watery, but the time it leaves your body, it's not. What gives? This is because your large intestine's main job is to absorb water. Peristalsis slows down quite a bit at this point because water absorption takes time. Chyme can stay here for as long as 3 days. After your large intestine has absorbed all the water that it can, muscles in the rectum, which is the final section of the large intestine, and the anus control when the solid waste gets released from your body in the form of feces. Feces is sort of the Meg Ryan of the food experience. It's the unwanted leftovers. Bacteria also play a very important role here. Some bacteria in your digestive system will feed on material that your intestines can't process to make important vitamins. Other bacteria help to break down bile, and a byproduct of that process is gas. Here are your 2 questions for today. Why is it so important that the pancreas produces insulin? Why would it be a bad thing to have extra sugar in our bloodstreams? Or, why is it so important that your pancreas produces bicarbonate ions? Why would this be useful to your small intestine? Once again, take your notes and answer the questions. Hopefully these notes won't take you too long, but keep in mind that you're going to be using them as your study guide.